you. Wow.
Oh, wait. Oh, you have to tell. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Oh, that's me. Not the little one. I'm Anna, and I build math, science, and reading apps for kids. I design the apps to develop kids' deep conceptual understanding. When my daughter, that one, when she was in kindergarten, she started doing math drills and worksheets at school. They would bring home pages and pages of these worksheets, but with this kind of teaching, my daughter wasn't really understanding the concepts. She was getting more and more confused and frustrated with the teaching. Sorry. Yeah, that one's interesting picture. But so I went to look for apps, look for innovative apps, to help her learn. But all I found was more testing. These apps, they had a lot of beautiful pictures, rewards, animations, but they still weren't teaching her anything. They were still just testing. So I decided to build her one. This was actually the inspiration for the first app that I built her, Cheerios in a bowl. So when I wanted to explain to her what 2 + 2 is, I would ask her to put 2 Cheerios into the bowl, and then add 2 more Cheerios, and then count the Cheerios in the bowl to figure out the answer. So I wasn't just teaching her the answer of 2 + 2, I was teaching her the concept of addition, and it worked really well. So I decided to turn it into an app. This was kindergarten math. The bowl became a box, and the Cheerios became candies and things. And the kids moved objects into and out of the box to figure out what addition and subtraction meant. A lot of people said the same thing about the apps, that it really helps the kids learn. As they grew, I kept building more learning apps for them, visual interactive apps, because they kept helping them to get further and further ahead. And they started learning concepts so fast that it was hard for me to keep up. But this app actually has 4 different learning games: money, size, weight, and one more, I forget. But anyway, in a lot of the exercises, there's more than one answer, and the kids have to experiment to find the answer. This app actually phonics app has 15 different learning games, and it breaks down the sound that letters make to help them learn to read. And this is being used by teacher. This review talks about how it's being used by a teacher in his classroom. In 2nd grade math, I taught them concepts of multiplication, division, place values, equations. And this one shows how they learn division by sharing jelly beans equally amongst monkeys. So that teaches them the concept of division. This is the latest app that I built. It also has 15 different learning games to teach the concept of fractions. In all the apps that I design, the kids don't just have to know the answer, they discover and they show the answer to the problem. And that really helps their learning. So to sum it up, we have 10 different apps, each with several learning games. Each app has a light and a paid version. And they're available in the Android markets, Google Play, Amazon, Nook. And so far, they've been downloaded more than 1 million times. This quote from Einstein has sort of become a guiding principle for me as I design and build more apps for kids. That's Infinut. Thank you.
Questions?
Yeah, Q&A.
Should I ask?
Great.
Do you have any plans to go to iOS?
I keep having plans to go to iOS, and they keep going next year. Because I keep trying to catch up with my kids, so I have to build new apps. And so it's like, oh, I need to finish this one first, then I go to iOS, and it just sort of keeps getting pushed out in the future. So I don't know when yet. I still think next year. That is the main reason, because if you look at the apps available, 99% for the educational stuff, 99% of them are just testing. They just test, they do not explain anything at all. And so they don't really help the kids. They only advance the kids who already know what the concept is, but they don't help them learn at all. So that was the main reason. And that was something people, I actually didn't realize it in the beginning, because when I built the apps, it was just sort of intuitive. It's like, oh, this is how I explain to my kids, so this is how I build the app. And then a lot of people said, this is really, really helpful. All the apps have like a light version, which is free, and then a paid version, which is an upsell. So the light version has about 1/10 of the content, and then the paid version would have the full content for that topic. Tribal. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you see that on the picture. Yeah. Shoulders hurt. That's why I use them. So most of the software that's in the classroom right now, again, it's also more testing. So even in the classroom, they don't have learning software. They have testing software. Most of it is web-based, so it's not touch. So it's not as, they don't actually feel like the bowl. So when you move it with your finger, it sort of feels much more real to them when the kids do it. Otherwise, it's not so obvious. No, actually, the first one is the most popular, which is the kindergarten math. And it's also, because parents are getting the kids ready for kindergarten, so there's a lot of anxiety at that time. So, go ahead. It's on all Android devices. We automatically size it. In fact, there was a company that's building touch TVs for schools to replace interactive whiteboards, and they were talking about putting the apps on that. Marketing? Nothing. Sorry, I'm not a marketer, I'm a coder, so I just sit in my room and I build stuff. I just push it, I post it, and it's really serendipity. Yeah, I just call it luck. Yeah, go ahead. I am, so my daughter, older one, is in 3rd grade, so when she gets to a little bit older, so 3rd grade, that's why I had to do fractions, but then I did 3rd to 5th, all the way to 5th, because when I pick up a topic, then I just go for it all the way through. So I'll probably pick that up in 2 more years, maybe. Yeah. I think those are all good ideas, but we don't, at this point, it's like there's not enough branding and, it's possible, but there's not a plan in that direction. Yeah. Sure. It's mostly anecdotal. I haven't done direct, but yeah, it's mostly anecdotal from parents, from teachers. So kindergarten math, there is a lot of reviews from people with kids with ADD that, because it's so very tactile, it really helps them understand the concepts. So there's a lot of reviews in that direction, teachers and parents and stuff. So yeah, it's mostly anecdotal, but not like a study. I'd love to be part of a study. Some of the apps are being taken. I donated them to an organization that's bringing learning to rural areas, and in parts of the world where they can't afford it. They're bringing both the hardware and software, and they were going to do some studies and give us some feedback as well. So,
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.